Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got a little report from UK's Ministry of Defense that their intelligence concluded that the Ukraine-Russian war entered a new phase. I found this article in more than one source, and I will use Fox News because it's the clearest for me. And it's going to be clearer for you. You'll see why. So this article comes from Fox News from August 6, 2022. This is the title: Ukraine-Russia war to enter a new phase as armies move south to Kherson Oblast and Crimea. The war between Russia and Ukraine is, quote-unquote, about to enter a new phase, British intelligence officials said Saturday. UK Defense Intelligence said in an intelligence report that Russian forces were certainly amassing in southern Ukraine and that strategic fighting would now shift from the Donbas region in the eastern Ukraine to the area between Mykolaiv Oblast, Kherson, and the Crimean Peninsula in the south. Quote-unquote, Russia's war with Ukraine is about to enter a new phase, with the heaviest fighting shifting to a roughly 350-kilometer front line stretching southwest from near Zaporozhye to Kherson, paralleling the Dnieper River, UK's defense ministry said. 350 miles. That's about 280 or 250 350 kilometers, which is about 250, let's say, miles. And I'm quoting again, Russian forces are almost certainly massing in the south in anticipation of Ukraine's counteroffensive or in preparation for a possible assault, the intelligence report added. The UK Defense Ministry also detailed a major movement of Russian troops, tanks and support vehicles in the southern region. And I'm quoting again, long convoys of Russian military trucks, tanks, towed artillery and other weapons continue to move away from Ukraine's Donbas region and are headed southwest. That means they're done over there in Donbas. Mission accomplished, I guess. Equipment was also reported to be moving from Russian-occupied Melitopol, Berdyansk, Melitopol, and from Mariupol and the mainland Russia via the Kerch Bridge into Crimea. You know, the Kerch Bridge, the intelligence update said, if that gets hit, I think the Ukrainians will see hell. And now I'm quoting again, Battalion Tactical Groups, BTG, remember that, which comprises between 800 and 1,000 troops, have been deployed to Crimea and would almost certainly be used to support Russian troops in the Kherson region. The report added, noting another BTG would likely be joining these forces in the coming days. After more than 160 days of fighting in a war that many experts thought would have lasted less than 2 weeks, Ukraine has successfully launched counterattacks and regained territories on its eastern front that were once occupied by Russia. The country has also found success targeting critical transportation infrastructure that Russia was using to assist forces on its front lines. And I'm quoting again, Ukrainian forces are focusing their targeting on bridges, ammunition depots, and rail links with growing frequency in Ukraine's southern regions, including the strategically important railroad spur that links Kherson to Russian-occupied Crimea, almost certainly using a combination of block, damage, degrade, deny, destroy, and disrupt effects to try to affect Russia's ability to logistically resupply, the report said. I think that's very accurate what these guys are saying from what I've been reading, but maybe what I've been reading was also a BS. So the fact that what these guys are saying coincides with what I've been reading, what I was allowed to read, because I get the information written by some who get approval to write those pieces of information. It's not like I get direct control of what I'm reading. No, someone decided that that piece of information should be provided to us to read. And believe me, that's a lot of control of information. And I know you know that. It's not like I'm breaking the news here or something, but I said that to support my claim, though. The report comes as Ukrainian authorities shifted and responded to a Russian offensive in Kherson last month. So that's the Fox News report, and this is basically I read the other one coming from Republic World from the same date, August 6. It's the same title. UK Ministry of Defense claims Ukraine war set to enter a new phase as fighting intensifies in southwest. So it's the same piece of information here, the same numbers, the same exact thing. From, as I said, the information we were allowed to see coincides with what these guys are saying. I don't know who was first, the information or the articles, or the Ministry of Defense of United Kingdom was the first one who broke the news, and everybody else took it and gave it to us. But the commencing, or the troop movement from north to south on the Russian part has been happening for about the time when Zelensky said that he orders a counteroffensive in the south of Ukraine to regain whatever they lost. And since then I started reading articles saying that the Russians are moving equipment and troops down south. It is true that there are many articles saying that, if you remember that bridge, I can't remember the name of it, I think over the Dnieper River, was blown up, and then not blown up, just enough so the Russians could not use it, and the Russians decided not to use it, and they built next to it. And they not built, actually they created a transit, a little ferry that goes around, and then they used those pyramid mirroring system that creates a new bridge that confuses the HIMARS systems. So they see from the satellite, not HIMARS system, the systems that receive the HIMARS, they receive the information from above, from their friends, and they see 2 or 3 bridges and they don't know which one is which. So then they don't shoot, or they shoot and use their missiles. So indeed they are doing that. Now I don't know, I haven't heard of, well, I had only one article that said that Ukrainians deoccupied 43 settlements. That was about 3 or 4 days ago. Now I don't know how big those settlements were. I didn't hear about anything else. I thought the two villages they deoccupied, and then the Russians took back some 4 or 5. The Russians are using a lot of artillery, and we'll find out. As I said, just take the map, mark down the names of the cities or the settlements they mention, and then after about 5 days come back, read again, and see another ones on the map, and see if the front moves left or right. This is the easiest way to figure things out. Otherwise you get confused, where was the front? But you need a big map, so you can draw lines. Today is this, next day is this, and then this and that, and whatever. So this is a new phase. It's going to be the south, but it seems like the north is ended. I mean, you can't afford taking from north if you're not done up north. So it seems like they reached their goal in Donbass, and they can afford bring the army down, because there's nothing up there probably, and they don't want to go, as they say, I want to go to Kiev. We'll find out, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.